You know, we've finally got that 3 points. We don't need to be scared about what kind of result we're going to get. 7 points. At a push, 12. I think we can get 3 wins out of the next 4.
Paul, fucking that's early days, mate. Don't say things like that.
I don't want to be down.
Would you still get a season ticket if we got relegated?
Probably, yeah.
Get hold of it! Oh, here we go. Fucking hell. We've got to come back again.
Welcome back, everyone. And it's another midweek match tonight against Leeds at Elland Road. And as you just seen there, it's been a horrific wake-up call this weekend. We realised Swansea was just a blip, and it hurts even more to say that after that performance on Saturday, it looks like we're dead certain to go down this season. And obviously, as a town fan, I need to see more from the team to actually convince me that we're going to stay up, because we made a poor QPR side look brilliant on Saturday, and that doesn't look good for us at all. Now, obviously tonight we've got big hitters Leeds, who think they're sitting 19 places above us in the table, or is it? Yeah, it is 19 places, 14 points ahead of us. Had an amazing start to the season, 4 wins out of 5. With any luck, the statistics are running across the bottom of the screen right now. But their consistency has been a bit patchy recently, and obviously on Saturday they lost 2-1 to Blackburn at Ewood Park, and Marcelo Bielsa's been saying that it has been a bit rocky of late, but I'm in no doubt if you get on the wrong side of Leeds tonight, they'll absolutely pound us, 4 or 5-0, and that's a lot of thanks to, also by the way, thanks to everyone that sent in their score predictions for tonight. I've had about 50 or 60, and the most popular result is a 4-0 win to Leeds, followed by a 2-1 win to Ipswich. So they say it could go either way in this game tonight, but in the last 9 meetings, Leeds have failed to beat us 8 times at Elland Road. So let's, at best, hope for a draw. It'd be a miracle if we did get another win, an absolute miracle, especially against a side like Leeds, who have been very clinical this season. But for me personally, result-wise, I just can't see us winning, and it hurts me to say that, but when I go to the games, I just can't see where our threat's coming from, or how we're approaching the game, and that's really confusing. I find it really hard to listen to Paul Hurst, and maybe it's being unfair to suggest that all of this is Paul Hurst's fault. The resources he's been given have not been enough to keep Ipswich Town propped up in the Championship, and unfortunately relegation it's been coming for a long time for this club. So can we grind out some results to keep us in this division and build on from there? That'd be nice to see, but at this moment in time I don't believe it's going to happen. So let's see what happens, and let's hope for a win. Right, we're here with Peter Simons, lifelong Leeds United fan. What are your expectations for tonight?
Well, I actually went and saw the Ipswich game on Saturday against Queen's Park Rangers. I've been watching football now since I was an 8-year-old child, so that's 48 years. That was the worst single display by any team I've ever witnessed, ever. So based on that performance, if Ipswich turn up with the same sort of outset tonight, they're absolutely going to get murdered. But having said that, I believe that Ipswich team belief on the road is they've got a better team spirit on the road, and they shut up shop at the back. I believe they could pull out a Swansea result. That all depends on the manager his tactics, who he's playing. We'll see. We'll see. If Leeds get an early goal, I think it could be the end of the story, because I think they're just going to pulverise you.
So what do you think about Leeds then recently?
They've slipped up a little bit, but it is only a little bit. I mean, the 2 games they've slipped up in, they've had 70+% possession. They just haven't put the ball in the net.
Yeah.
They haven't done a lot with that possession. But I went to see him play at Norwich away, where they soaked up 25 minutes of pressure and then destroyed Norwich. They were world class. If they pull out a performance like that tonight, and Ipswich pull out a performance like they did Saturday against Queen's Park Rangers, then God help you.
So score prediction?
Being a Leeds fan, on my first viewing, Leeds come out good, Ipswich come out terrible. 5-0. If Ipswich do what they are capable of doing on the road, shutting up shop for a while, maybe catching Leeds on the counter, I do believe they've got a result in them, and even possibly 3 points. It depends on what sort of crowd turn up at Ellen Road tonight, and how they get behind the team. But there's a possible sneaky victory in there for Ipswich. I don't see a draw coming into it.
Well, where do we go from there? Another defeat on the books. 2-0 defeat. I think I got my words minced up on Twitter earlier. I said that the boys played well. I meant that in the fact that they played better than they did against QPR, but when you're coming against an opposition such as Leeds, you need to play, a lot better than we did tonight. And once again, we're failing to make shots on goal and take our opportunities. And although the work ethic was there, you can put in the work and not deliver in areas, and you'll always lose to that. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like we could take many positives out of that game. I'm a bit torn between whether who is to blame? Are the players to blame? I don't know. I look at this and I think, Paul Hurst is a bit of he's just a face to the club at the moment. Like, oh, who should we blame? It's Paul Hurst. But at the end of the day, what everyone wants is a reaction, and if we get a reaction, the only positive reaction you could say as fans is that we'd get rid of Paul Hurst. But will Marcus Evans rise to that? I don't know. I think we're in a desperate situation, and we are definitely going down this season. So, at least we know where we're going. We don't really need to talk about that for much longer. We'd need a serious turn of form to even perform in this division. We're already 3 points off at this early stage of our next opponent. Hull are down there with us, but there isn't 3 worse teams in this division than Ipswich Town at the moment, and that's the scary thought. What are we going to do to get out of this? There needs to be some kind of reaction, and when will it end? This has been 2018 is nearly over, and it's not even started for Ipswich Town. Whether it be under Mick McCarthy or Paul Hurst, we haven't kicked on at all. And there's a lot of those players that have been here for that whole period of time and not offered us anything different. So what do we do? Do we buy big in January, or do we, get a new manager in and give him a nice transfer budget? If Evans can't afford that, then he shouldn't be owning Ipswich Town. And at the end of the day, it's just a sorry state of affairs, to be honest. But one positive to come out of this, you could call it a positive. We've got one person who guessed the score correctly this evening, and that was Lewis Sharp, who guessed the correct score 2-0 to Leeds. So all the best, Lewis, but you know, terrible result. Equally, we need to kick on, and you know, Millwall Saturday, I'll be going. Can we get a win at Millwall? I don't know. It's a tough one, but got to stay behind the boys and give them as much support as possible. But at the end of the day, it's hard being an Ipswich Town fan at this point in time. I'm not questioning, you know, do I support them or anything like that. It's just hard taking it, and everyone seems to, you know, laugh at Ipswich, and it's horrible. And the club, the fans, don't deserve it. But you know, if you run a shit show, you're going to get a shit show at the end of the day, and that's what it is, unfortunately. So all I can say is thanks for watching, and hopefully next time you see me, we will be getting 3 points at Millwall. Come on, you Blues.